This week in my visual journal, I used one of my Roll a Design sheets to guide the design of my page. The first step is to roll the die to see what material you will use on the background. I rolled 6, which is bleeding tissue paper. Next, I rolled a 1, which is bright green. I laid the bleeding tissue paper on the page, applied water, and let it dry. I love the color variation you get with bleeding tissue paper. There are a lot of yellows and greens that transfer to my paper. Next step was to roll what material to add on top of my background. I ended up rolling a 5, which is book pages. I found a sheet from my old visual journal, glued it in on a third of the page. For step 4, I rolled a 6, which is warm watercolors to layer on top of the book pages. I decided to go with more of a red look because red and green are complementary colors. And then I rolled magazine images to layer on top to finish the page. I had previously pulled out this red design from a National Geographic, and I decided this was the perfect page to use it since I had this bright red on the left side. It took me forever to cut out this intricate design, but it was worth it. Collages look way better when you take the time to carefully cut around the objects you're layering with. I glued the pieces down to mimic the original pattern of the image I used. I added a few book pages, but I was never satisfied with the final look. I felt like that red didn't quite blend in with the background, so I ended up layering some of the dried bleeding tissue paper on top to try and just add another layer to it. To finish off the page, I added the word anomaly on top, which makes sense. This page is an anomaly because it was created by chance. Now it's your turn. Go grab my Roll a Design sheet from my TPT shop or my website shop. Create something fun and satisfying. Leave it up to chance to help you loosen up, and happy visual journaling.